All right, so I guess we're rolling now.
Here we go.
Yes,
Hello
sir.
and welcome to Old Faithful. I'm your host, the ridiculously turquoise Matthew Trask. That's a word. Start using it on the internet. My thanks to Haggerty's Music Works. My thanks to Johnny Hastings, who had to step outside of the room. We're so scared right now. Please support my friends at Black Coast Bun Espresso for convenient locations here in Rapid City. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Haggerty's Music Works YouTube channel. And please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Matthew Trask. And thank you for your support. We've been talking about this for way too damn long, haven't we?
Very long, probably since about this time last year.
Yeah, it's been a while. Wyatt Fenner, it is so nice to have you on the show.
It is nice to
Welcome.
be here, Matt.
We got, as I was saying, the Punk with Money rig.
Punk with money.
We're going to talk more about that.
I'm very poor.
Well, it's all about looks.
Exactly. Well, I might have that going.
And if you got it honest, it's the main thing.
Right.
Or if you didn't, but he got it honest. Anyway, tell us all about you. Tell us about your beginning in country music.
Well, so when I was a kid, I was really fascinated. I've just always been fascinated with music, but I grew up with a grandfather who was really into country, and he had a gigantic songbook filled to the brim with Lucinda Williams, with Emmylou Harris, and Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Waylon Jennings, you name it,
These are all legitimate country names, in case we didn't know.
Yes. I don't know if I said Emmylou Harris, but Emmylou
you
Harris.
did say Emmylou Harris,
okay. Yes, I love Emmylou Harris. Mm-hmm. So I got my start listening to a lot of that really young, and my dad was into a lot of alternative country, like Uncle Tupelo and Drive-By Truckers and Jason Isbell and all that kind of stuff.
More legitimate country names.
Exactly,
yeah, sure.
Exactly. So I picked up a guitar. Actually picked up a guitar for the first time when I was probably 10 or 11, and staying out there, and I wanted to learn, and so my grandpa taught me how to play a couple of chords, and so I learned a couple of chords, and then my dad taught me how to play a power chord, and so then I learned how to play punk rock and country.
First of all, where was out there?
Out there is at my grandparents' house out in the hills.
In the hills?
Yes,
okay.
They have a house out in the hills, and so I would go up and I'd spend the weekend there or a night there or whatever, hang out with my grandparents. It was nice, having that good connection, play cards, play music, and listen to music, whatever, My grandma would feed me till I exploded. It was great, and
grandmas are good at that.
Yeah, so I had guitars in my house. My dad had plenty of guitars, but the guitar I most pride myself on learning on is my grandpa's 1965 Gibson J50, and which is a very legitimate guitar.
Yes, definitely.
So I love that guitar. My grandpa ended up giving my dad that guitar.
Oh, nice.
And so I remember one time, the horror story of that guitar is one time when I was a kid is I was playing and I did what you're never supposed to do and let go of the guitar, only had it by the strap, and the guitar fell. And it split at the neck.
Oh no!
The headstock and the neck split.
Right.
And the bridge was, not the bridge, the neck was fine, and my fingerboard was fine. Nothing was damaged. It was just a split right here at the headstock.
The dreaded Gibson headstock.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so it just kind of split off like that. And luckily, we're friends with a luthier in Denver who fixed it right up. It sounds good as new, still plays really well, and I love that guitar. That's the guitar the acoustic I learned how to play on. I learned how to play on my dad had a Epiphone Les Paul copy.
Okay.
And that was my electric guitar for a long time.
That was your punk guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
go back
to the Gibson for your Emmylou Harris covers.
For my Emmylou Harris covers. Exactly.
What color was the Gibson? Is the Gibson?
It's just a beautiful a tan. I don't remember. I don't even know what wood it is, honestly.
Like a natural finish.
But just very natural finish. Okay. Just beautiful. There's there's picking scars all over it.
There should be.
And it's starting to look a little like Willie's guitar,
Right. Something I've never asked you, and I should have asked you before we're on a taped public appearance. Your last name is Fenner.
Fenner.
There are Fenners from where I'm from in the Wasta Elm Springs area.
Yeah.
Are
yeah.
you related to them?
Probably, man. I have no clue.
Probably, but we're not sure.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
All I know about that side of the family is I got family in Alaska, I got family all over. So.
Okay, all right. Kind of like the Trask.
Oh, yeah. You know, South
Way
Dakota.
Too many.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, we have two guitars.
Two guitars here.
So what I think we'll do, we'll start talking, well, were you in any bands? Tell us about your young, after learning the punk and the country.
That was just the beginnings, really, and then when I was 10 or 9, actually, I think I was, my parents enrolled me in rock school.
Oh,
with
nice.
Scott and Scotty Miller.
Scott and Scotty Miller, yes.
Very good, very close to my heart. Consider him family. I consider Scotty my big brother. He's always been there for me. But I was in rock school. I was a drummer first.
Okay.
I started drumming when I was 8. Then I started violin at 9. And then I started rock school at 9 as well.
Okay.
And so I was drumming for a long time, and then I wanted to play guitar because I had been practicing, and so I wanted to play guitar, and I started playing guitar and bass in rock school bands, and then, you know, me and my friends had talked about it. You know, I had friends that were kind of interested in music and friends that kind of weren't, but my really good friend Alec Rummel, who was the guitar player and my best friend in Someday Best.
Okay.
I've known him since I was 5 years old, and we decided to start a punk band when we got out of middle school. We were fresh into high school, and so we started a punk band. And he took lessons here with Dave, and he and my friend Anthony would practice together.
Okay.
They would even take lessons together, and they would learn together and learn how to play together. And Alec had done rock school too, and then I got a buddy from rock school, a drummer named Thomas Lundy, and he joined the band, and we started playing covers, and then we're still in that band. That band's called Someday Best.
Hey, nice. And it's still all the same original members?
Not at all.
No, no.
Well,
okay.
I shouldn't say that. We are on drummer number 5 or
Okay.
4. But we are still on good terms with all of the drummers we've had. You know, Thomas was our first. He drummed for us for like a year or two, and then we drummed with a guy named Daniel Awe.
Okay.
He's a really good musician. He's has a solo act called Living In.
Okay.
That's a really cool thing that's a really cool project, I should say. And then Chris Erickson was our drummer. He is the drummer of a band called Mildred, and played in a band called Born to Suffer as well as worked here.
We always have to thank you for mentioning Born to Suffer.
I love Born to Suffer.
Possibly my favorite band name of all time.
Such a good band name.
Such a good band name.
Born to Suffer, yes.
Born to Suffer.
Yeah, they've been around for years.
Mm-hmm.
They are no longer a band, I don't believe. But yeah, so and then now our current drummer, Ethan Pinheiro, who also works here at Haggerty's, a good friend of ours. I met him in rock school, actually. And Chris left the band, and he was trying to help us find a new drummer, and Ethan started working here. He's like, I don't know, he introduced us to a guy named John, and John worked here at the time, and then Ethan was taking over for John's job. John didn't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
Because he thought like they needed younger and, you know, a person with more free time.
Sure, yeah.
And so then Ethan was taking over that job, and he asked if, hey, do you want to be in a punk band? And Ethan was like, I don't know about punk. And then he listened to our stuff, and then he joined the band, and then COVID hit.
Oh, perfect.
Right, yeah, right when we're...
nice time to join a band.
Yeah, perfect. Right when we're trying to practice and play shows, and COVID hit, and then here we are now, playing shows still in Rapid, and trying to tour soon, and making a record currently with Dan Carroll from Mildred, and
very cool.
Yeah, and Wake Singers, he's in that act too. And so and we're making a record with Dan Carroll.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you pretty much been in the same band.
Same band for I've been in Someday Best since I was 14.
That is fairly amazing. May I ask how old you are?
I am 21.
21.
Yes.
That's a good long run.
Oh, yeah.
For a band.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and we're all friends, and so it's like we don't ever want to not play music together. Even if somebody for some reason, ever doesn't work out in the future, we'll still hang out and play music together all the time,
Yeah.
Because we're just best friends.
Right. So one thing I didn't get around to asking you, you said your dad had an Epiphone Les Paul.
Yes.
That was your electric punk guitar.
Yes.
Do you remember what the first amplifier you played through was?
I believe it was a Mesa Boogie.
Okay.
A
wow.
Mesa Boogie 112. Yeah.
Oh my
Combo,
goodness.
yeah.
We started pretty top shelf, didn't we?
Well, I mean, my dad had always wanted all of these guitars.
Okay.
Yeah, he had all these dreams, and my dad worked pretty hard his whole life. My dad was a construction worker. He was a sheet metal, worked in the union his whole life pretty much. And he was like, I'm gonna treat myself, and bought himself a Mesa Boogie 112, and he bought himself that Epiphone Les Paul copy. Yeah, it's like the the middle tier,
Right.
Super rad guitar.
Right.
Love it. It's chunky humbuckers. Always a good move.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not at
Did
all.
he have any pedals laying around the house?
Yeah, he bought that Phase 90 and gave that to me. He had an analog chorus. He had probably one of the coolest pedals of all time, and I still play with it today. When I play with it when I don't play through like this rig, because this rig is distortion.
All right.
But
You're leaving me hanging, bro. What?
Tube Screamer.
Really?
Ivan has Tube Screamer. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like one. It's like the classic. It's the classic distortion pedal.
It really is. Yeah. It's overdrive.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
Do we know what year of Tube Screamer it was? Because this can be.
It was a mid 2000s.
Okay. Right.
It was a 90s copy.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing wrong with that.
No. I mean, I've always wanted an OG 80s Tube Screamer.
Yeah.
Because money is also a factor in that.
For ego.
It'd be very nice to be able to show your musician buddies, hey, I have this. Do you?
Look at this
right.
$600 guitar pedal.
Yeah, that I stomp on.
Yeah, right. That would be cool.
It would be. It'd be real nice. And then I got a little red Epiphone.
Okay.
It was just like a Les Paul 100 copy. And it was pretty cool. Yeah. I love that guitar.
Nice.
I ended up giving it to my little cousin. He wanted to learn how to play guitar, so I gave it away to him.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah.
Is he learning? Did it foster his musical journey?
I think he just wanted to learn. His dad, my uncle knew how to play, and he just kind of wanted to tool around on it.
I see.
And, sure. there's being a working musician, and there's just doing it for fun.
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
I'm lucky to do both.
Right. So have we kept returning to Mesa Boogie?
Yes, Mesa Boogie. It's everywhere for me. I love Mesa Boogie.
How far away have we gotten?
Not very.
Not very
far.
Have you ever played anything else that you thought, damn, this is a contender?
I love twin reverbs.
Okay.
But with the twin reverb, it has a great sound, but it's a very soft sound, and so for that you need kind of a big pedal. In my opinion, you don't, but you do. For me, for what I like to play, I need a full pedal board. I don't have a very full pedal board right now, but I have the pedals to fill it.
Right.
But yeah, I love twin reverbs. I love oranges.
Okay.
Scotty Miller turned me on to. I like those little micro terrors.
Okay.
And just dual terrors are great.
Right.
Amps, and I remember when I was a kid and I was looking to buy guitars and buy amps, and it was infatuating me and taking me over completely in that period of time. I remember looking at these websites, like Orange websites and Fender websites, and the bands that are listed that use their stuff. And looking at the Orange catalog and looking at another great cab company is Janus cabs. Those are great cabs, but that's like top tier, top level. That's like Hopes and Dreams, and whatever. I remember like looking at all these rosters, and there were all these great punk bands and all of these great just bands and artists in general that use these amps. So that's what infatuated me at that age, at like 15.
So this prompted another question, actually.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Your band's name is Someday Best.
Someday Best.
Someday Best is the day you buy that perfect cab
exactly.
and the vintage shim scraper?
Someday Best is someday maybe, you know? It's like someday hopefully. So, hopefully I'll find my way and it'll be just great.
It'll be peachy.
Peachy keen, jelly bean.
Let's start with gear, because I'm super excited. Being as you have two guitars, we'll start with the amp and then the pedal board, and then we'll talk about guitars.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's talk about the amp.
Here's the amp.
Yes.
By the way, the cab, if I'm not mistaken, we're borrowing for the show.
We're borrowing for the show.
It's available for sale.
For sale here at Haggerty's. Yes, in the EVH.
If you want an EVH. Is this a 2-speaker cab? Do we know?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a 212. Right. Yes, and and actually it's not just any EVH. It's a PV. So I think. It's just EVH. That's the thing for me. That's the thing for me with EVH cabs is. Personally, I liked when EVH was ran through PV.
Oh, sure.
Better. I like those heads, those 5150s and those cabs. Those are really cool sounding. But yeah, so this is an EVH cab. You can buy that here.
We're veering off just slightly into controversy, and then we'll bring it back.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Okay, so tell us about this beautiful, sexy girl.
This is
kind of warm?
Yes, yeah. She is hot. That is a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier.
Okay.
Solo head. Yeah, it's mid 2000s, and it's just it's a beast.
It really is.
I just remember watching live videos of bands, live concerts of bands on like YouTube and stuff, and studying their backline and studying what drums they played, what guitars they played, what heads they played, and then I like pieced together out of all of that what I want to sound like. And so this, you can get like a really good clean tone out of it. And then kind of have like a middle channel where it's just kind of dirty. Then you have the badass channel that I ride on a lot of the time, which is this guy right here. Yeah, I love the switch on this, the little pedal thing that it comes with. It's just it helps out a lot with being able to go from clean to dirty a lot, and it's even got a little solo feature on it where it kind of boosts you. And I sometimes have that on depending on what I'm playing. Like if I'm doing like this new song that we're recording, I do that solo thing, and I have a little booster here too.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's I like that feature a lot. It's got that built-in booster, and I have my booster on my pedal board that I run.
Double boost.
So I double boost it
all the boost you need
to have kind of that cut
right
in the sound, because we're two loud guitars. Caveman drummer who has the brain of Einstein, and a really cool laid back bass player that won't stop making cool licks on top of whatever crappy riff I make. So
the tagline for this show could be double boost to cut. Was that what we said?
Maybe double boost to cut it, baby.
Hey, I like it. That is the tagline. When did we buy this amplifier?
I bought that when it was actually a gift from my parents.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was when I was 16.
Okay.
16, I believe. I was when I got that.
Tell me it was under the tree, plugged in and turned on.
Oh, I wish.
No?
No, it was one of those gifts where my parents were like, "Hey, so you need an amplifier." let's go shopping.
Oh.
And so it's
wow.
I get the piece of paper that says, I owe you one amplifier and
Wow.
one guitar. So we bought that and my Mesa Boogie cab at the same time. It's a 412 with the top rack is the slanted speaker, so it's not just a flat facing, it's a slanted. So and I like that too because I feel like it really fills a room.
Right.
I know it fills a room because every time we play or practice or whatever, everybody in the band is telling me to turn down. So.
Right. Hey, we did not haul that up here.
No, I brought it. I shouldn't have, but there will be a picture.
Mesa Boogie half sack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag Mesa. Yes.
So
exactly.
did you purchase this brand new then?
No. It was a used.
Okay.
And same with the cab.
Okay.
Used.
All right. Were they a set? Did they come together or? You pieced them together?
I pieced them.
Oh, okay.
Pieced them.
All
yeah.
right.
Not from the same person.
Okay.
But yeah, got those. And yeah, man, I love them. I love them to death.
So, had you played something very similar to this before the purchase?
Before the purchase, I mean, my dad's Mesa Boogie combo.
Sure.
So I played through that a lot.
Right.
That was basically what I used, and my dad just was like, "Sure, you can use my amp." For a long time, and then I was like, I need my own.
Right.
And then after that, yeah, this guitar pairs really well, but then I like the jangly that this guitar has, the jangliness.
Right.
But then I needed something beefier.
Right.
So I
we
got.
all do.
Yeah. I needed something more chuggy. So I needed some humbuckers for it.
My question was, in the beginning, did you instantly fall in love with everything about this amp, or were there moments where you were like, well, I picked it, so I'm going to learn how to like it?
No, I initially like that's piecing together stuff from all of these different bands,
right.
different kinds of gear. It would always come back around to Mesa Boogie.
Okay, yeah.
And so essentially it was making the decision whether was it going to go with the Marshall JCM 900,
okay,
or was it going to go for the Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. And then I was like thinking about the triple rectifier, but then I didn't want my amp to be
questions is what we're talking about.
I didn't want my amp to be in the shop all the time.
Sure.
And so with the triple Rex, there's always a problem. With the dual Rex, they're pretty durable.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
And tube amp, and it's just loud and heavy and awesome, and I can get that really pretty clean tone out of it.
Sure.
And like I said, like to play that country, just it's I get that really good. It's just,
we're going to talk more about that.
Yes,
sure.
we can.
Why don't we go ahead and talk about the pedal board?
Pedal board. So this is the rig I've been running lately.
Okay.
I've been off and on reverb and chorus pedals, trying to figure out some stuff and reworking my board. But this is the rig I've been running lately.
Okay.
I sometimes use my Snark tuner. That's what I have on today.
Okay.
And then sometimes I use my Polytune.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Nano.
TC Electronic.
Yep. Nano Polytune.
Right.
Great pedal. I just had this Snark tuner pedal since.
In case you're
forever
confused, the Snark company is famous and has made their name with headstock tuners, but they also make one in a kickable version.
Yes.
As we can see.
Headstock tuners is definitely their the go-to with Snark, but
they do make a
pedal. Yeah.
All right.
And then on over to my Nano Big Muff. That thing's a beast, man. It's badass. I got this I was in a recording session with a band, friends of mine called Hideaway, and my friend Nate in the band was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get rid of this Nano Big Muff. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." And he was like, "Well, I'm looking for like 90." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, then no." Because I was 15. I didn't have money, and so, and then I was like, I have $60 in my back pocket right now.
Right.
That's yours if that's mine.
Oh.
And then it all worked out, and the rest is history, And so I play I love playing this. We're recording a new song, and I use that for this. I use the phaser too.
Oh, right.
It's muddy. It's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I love how you did the voices in Sleepy Surfer Bro
Yeah.
mode. I love that. Thank you for doing that.
Totally.
For acting it out for me. Yeah.
And this guy, like I said before, double boost to cut, you know?
Double boost cut, shit, yeah.
Yeah. I like using that for soloing, like I said, double boost to cut, because
Right.
it's, you know, for when you're in a loud punk rock band,
Right.
and the whole room is filled with everybody else as well as you, and you're playing on just one string and doing little, you know, riffs and solos over them. It's yeah, you know, it's good to cut.
It's the perfect way to
Yeah,
go.
it's the perfect way to go.
Yeah.
And then Phase 90, that's the newest. I've had it. My dad gave that to me, and I've had it forever. But you know, I never really needed a phase,
Sure.
except for fun.
Right.
You know, and then I was like, well, what if, you know? So put it on there, and I have incorporated it into some new
They're
tracks.
tons of fun.
Yeah, they
You
are.
find yourself overusing one.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid of, and
Right.
that's what I'm afraid that's happening right now.
Let it
It's gonna
happen.
be all over
Let
like the
it
next.
go.
It's gonna be all over the next couple of records because of all the songs that I've written with it now,
Right.
or put it on.
Mhm.
You know, so it's cool, but
I saw that when he got out his pedal board, and I said, "Oh, for doing your Waylon Jennings lecture." He said, "Well, actually, I grew up playing country, a thing I did not know."
yeah,
So,
yeah, I love country music.
Did we mention your boost pedal is the JHS?
JHS, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Which one is it? I forgot.
I honestly don't remember the name. There's a rabbit coming out of
There's
the
a
hat.
rabbit coming out of a hat.
That's-
That might be what it's called.
I like that JHS does that. Like, you're not gonna see the name on it
Right.
except for the box.
Right.
And it's when people are talking about it, like if you know your gear, unlike me,
Right.
you know, it's just, oh, it's the one with the rabbit in the
Right.
hat on it. It's gold.
Sure.
It's the one that has the tank on it. You know.
That one.
Yeah, that one. Oh, you know that
pedals,
one?
We're not so concerned about nameology.
Exactly. Yeah. Great pedals though. I love
Yeah.
JHS.
With
And
Joshua
MXR.
Heath Scott, I don't know if you watch my show. Please start watching my show. If you are watching my show, Wyatt Fenner here, Mr. Fenner, had a little problem with his knob
I did,
on the rabbit in a hat pedal.
but I could give a shit.
Well, okay. But I mean, you know, QC, if you wanted to reach out, you sure could, you know. Get
Send
him a new knob
me
or
a
something.
free pedal. I don't know.
You know. Yeah. So let's talk about this gorgeous switch. Anything in the rig, if anything doesn't quite fit the punk aesthetic, it's this guitar.
Yeah, sure.
It's too beautiful.
Well, not anymore. I've given it some hell. It's still really pretty. I love this guitar a lot. This guitar is great. I've had it since I was 14. It's been my mainstay in our setup. You know, it's got. I can put the whammy on it if I want.
Right.
I like to do like.
Okay.
I like doing it with my hand a lot.
Right.
Just down here and playing with the
Sure.
bridge. And it's really great too. It's got N3 noiseless pickups in
Okay.
it from Fender. That's what made me buy this guitar, because like I can. I don't know if you hear much difference, but I mean I do, because you know when you're a guitar player it's
Right.
more fine tuned. But there's a little bit of a difference, especially when it gets noisy. It's so basically you can switch from how the normal pickup sound to a little bit of a, I don't know, just more soft.
Right. Yeah.
On the heat from these, because you know these single coils, they get pretty hot sometimes.
They do.
You know.
They can.
Oh,
For
someone's
sure.
trying to call me and I'm not gonna answer.
Oh, okay.
I should. It's my
Sorry.
girlfriend. But I'm not going to.
Okay.
If you're watching,
I'll call you
Sky,
later.
I love you.
Yeah, he loves you.
I love you a lot.
I love you too.